Right guys, time for another BZ unboxing video. Today we're going to be talking about a group of 10 inches. No, it's not an OnlyFans video. This is for YouTube, so it's just going to be talking about the 10-inch MTW series. We're going to cover, I think, 6 different MTW rifles variants, I think, in this video. We're going to be focusing mainly on this beauty, the tactical billet MTW in black. It does come in tan as well, we will show you that, and we'll show you the other MTW variants and explain the differences, why you're paying different prices for different ones. But we're going to be focusing on this one specifically. We'll tell you why in a moment. Apparently we do talk about HPA too much on the BZ channel. I've had a couple of comments from people who don't like HPA, saying that we are ignoring AEGs too much apparently on this channel, but apologies to those guys. You'll have to bear with us. We're going to be talking about some fantastic HPA guns in this video today. The only reason you'd hate HPA is if you've been on the receiving end of one and you've not actually tried an MTW out for yourself, because nobody does out of the box HPA guns quite like Wolverine. They make some fantastic HPA guns, and if you didn't know, BZ now finally stock Wolverine. We started selling this in November 2024 after a 2-year wait because Wolverine were not able to take on any new UK dealers. They finally had a spot opening up and they give BZ the call. So let's have a look at the MTW Billet Series 10-inch Tactical Edition. So we'll open up the box. To begin with, you've got your MTW patch included, and your Wolverine, I think it's like an authenticity card or something. You also get your step-by-step instructions on constructing your MTW because, as you can see, it comes in 2 parts. You've got the upper and lower receiver, as well as your PTS MTW Series magazine. So this is a PTS EPM magazine. Just looks like a standard PTS EPM mag, but actually comes with a cut-off feature designed specifically for the MTW series and also for the Heretic Labs Article series. You may have seen us do an unboxing of the Article 1 and the Article 3. If you haven't seen that already, go give it a watch after this video, where this mag is also included. So it does come with its own version of a PTS EPM mag specifically designed for this. So it comes with the cut-off feature, but it does take other M4 magazines in general, like your PTS EPM ones, like your Amarok 250s, whatever type of M4 mag that you've got lying around, this thing will take it. It's not fussy, just like your mum. So let's talk about the MTW series. So as you can see, included in the box, it's called a billet because it is made, the upper and lower receiver are machined from a single piece of aluminium. So it's a really high quality gun. In the real steel world, if this was a real firearm, a billet gun would be more expensive versus a forged gun, which is like manufactured by hand. But in the terms of Airsoft, in the terms of Wolverine, the billet series is actually cheaper than their forged series. We will take a look at that later in the video. But basically, you know that this is a very, very high quality CNC aluminium upper and lower receiver set. You can see here, guys, I'll take it out of the box. We will assemble this in a second and show you the full gun, but while I've got it in 2 pieces, may as well speak about these individually. By the way, this is the Gen 3 version of the MTW series, which means that the receiver set has been updated since the Gen 3 update came in, I think it was 2023. There's also several other minor improvements to it, like CNC aluminium feed tubes for better, more consistent feeding. But yeah, we'll move on to the upper receiver, the rail here. So this is an MK1 CNC rail made by Invictus Manufacturing, as you might be able to see there. If the camera, there you go, focusing on that, lovely. It's got M-lock on 7 sides. So you've got absolutely no shortages of mounting options. You're going to be spoilt for choice, and you've got the rail up top there, like a really lengthy bit of rail there for all your optics needs. You really are spoiled for the MTW. It's really customizable. You can whack a PEC box on the side, you can whack a flash set on the other side, all the optics in the world on the top there. You could even just cover this thing all the way around with like rail cover sets. Amarok makes some really nice, great value rail cover sets we just got in, guys, in a selection of colors. You could just have rail cover sets all the way around for a nice comfortable grip. You can put 4 grips on there, do whatever you want with it. Really good quality bit of kit included with the tactical version of the MTW Billet Series. The reason why we're talking about the tactical version specifically, we will show you the other versions, but the reason why we're focusing on the tactical version today is because this is the best-selling MTW gun in the Wolverine series. This isn't just the best-selling one for BZ, it's the best-selling worldwide. If you're looking to get MTW Wolverine gun, but you don't know where to start, this is what Wolverine themselves actually recommend. Recently, Wolverine did a video called Which MTW is the Best, and ta-da, this is the one they recommend to those that are new to MTW or HPA guns in general, because it's the best selling, but also because the 10-inch size is perfect for most people. That's what she said. We'll put this thing together and we'll talk about it in a bit more detail. Cue the special effects. Ta-da, there it is, the tactical 10-inch MTW billet by Wolverine. This thing's really easy to put together. It'll take you all of 2 minutes long. You follow the instructions, and there it is. You will notice it does still have an orange tip, but don't worry, you don't have to stay with that. It does come with a black metal flash hider included out of the box as well, so you won't have to run around with an orange tip on you. If you are running around with an orange tip, then we do recommend you probably go see a doctor. But why is this the one that Wolverine themselves recommend? Why is this the biggest selling MTW in the entire Wolverine line? Well, we like to think of it as the Goldilocks of the MTW range. We're not saying that Goldilocks prefers 10 inches, but this is the one in the middle. It's the one that's just right for most players. So it does come in a 7-inch version, which is more ideal for CQB indoor use. It's not really designed for outdoor use. There is a 14-inch version, which you're not going to get away with CQB, but it's ideal for outdoor, and it might be a bit too bulky for certain users, whereas the 10-inch, you will just about get away with this with CQB and indoor use, and you can play with this outdoors no problem. It's also the size that most players feel the most comfortable holding. So 10-inch, this is the most popular. If you're not sure which size to get, this is probably the best one to get. But obviously, if you're anywhere near a store like BZ that stocks the Wolverine range, there's a few dotted around the UK. If it's possible for you to go to one of them stores, you can actually hold the 7, 10 and 14-inch versions. You can find which one is best for you and which one suits you best. But in general, if you're going to take a punt, we'd say start off with the 10-inch MTW. But the 10-inch does come in a few different variants, which we'll show you right now. So this is obviously the tactical variant. We'll tell you what that means in a second. The tactical variant actually does also come in 2 colours. So you've got the all black, which is the most popular, but you can also get it in this lovely black and tan variant as well. I think Wolverine has done a very nice job on creating the stock and the grip and the PTS EPM mag in tan. I think it's a really nice colour of FTE. This is also one of the PTS EPM Wolverine mags that features the cutoff. That's made specifically for MTWs and Heritage Labs guns. These are available to buy separately if you want those, or you can just use any standard M4 magazine. But this is the middle range gun. It does also come, just grabbing the other guns for you there, guys. This is the standard. This is not the standard, this is the Unleashed version. This is like the most premium version of the MTW series. The billet series anyway. It comes with, as you'll see, it comes with the Wraith X stock adapter kit at the back. We'll talk about that more in a second. But we'll just show you what the standard edition looks like. So this is your Bobby Basic MTW. This is the standard MTW, the cheapest of the MTW billet range, excuse me. This is the cheapest. So if we compare that to the tactical version there at the top, you'll see that the grip on this is different from the two. I don't know if you can see that on the screen, but the grips are different. So with the tactical series, you get a real steel grip included. You can really feel the different, like that's a bit of a cheaper grip. It's not as nice to hold as the real steel version. You've got these like indents for the fingers, but I don't really like that. I think the grip is on the tactical version is not only a lot nicer to look at, it's a lot higher quality, it's real steel, and it's just comfier in the hand. So that alone is worth the upgrade, I think. Another difference between the standard and the tactical version is the stock. It comes, the tactical version comes with the upgraded mil-spec stock included, and then also the other difference is the the metal flash hider that we mentioned earlier. The standard edition doesn't come with a metal flash hider, whereas the tactical version does. The standard edition, that retails for £664.99, and the tactical version is £755. So it's about £90 more expensive for the tactical version, but you're getting the metal flash hider, you're getting the upgraded grip, you're getting the upgraded mil spec adjustable stock included as well. Those three things individually would cost you more than £90. So I think just may as well get it upgraded out of the box and go for your tactical version. But there's a third version on the table, which is the most expensive version. We'll take away the standard version for now, and we'll show you the differences between the tactical and the Unleashed series. Basically what the Unleashed series means is that, as you can see, it doesn't have the HPA line that you'd see on most MTW and HPA guns. It comes with the Wraith stock adapter included. So this basically means rather than having a line going down to your tank that's attached to your body, you stick the tank directly on the back of the gun and you house the tank in the stock right here. There's an advantage of this in that you're not limited by the HPA line that's attached to yourself. It's more free, you can move more freely with the rifle when you're running around gunning with it. So that will be a preference for some people. However, you are also limited to a 13 CI tank, which is the only size you can currently fit inside the Wraith HPA tank kit adapters. We do include a HK Army 13 CI tank as standard for free with any Unleashed rifle here in the UK. It does come with a tank, but that tank is made to US standards. These HK tanks are made to UK, EU and US standards, so you're absolutely future-proof with those things, and we replace that out of the box for you at our own cost. We don't charge you any extra for the swapping of the tank, guys, so that is included. So the Wraith HPA kit, which this is available separately if you already own an MTW and you want to start attaching the tank to the back of your gun rather than having it wired at the front, the bottom there. This is available separately, but it's £230 on its own. And the battery grip, which is, you can see at the bottom here, this is another feature of the Unleashed series. They have the battery grip, which basically means you can put the battery inside there rather than having the HPA line out, which the tactical and the standard do right there. That itself is £92.50. So that's £322.50 worth of upgrades compared to the tactical series that the Unleashed has. The Unleashed is £819.98, which is about £65 more expensive than the tactical version there. Obviously you're getting a completely different style of stock, so you're not getting the upgraded mil spec adjustable stock that comes, the really nice stock that comes with the tactical version. You are getting this style of stock, which admittedly isn't as nice looking, but you know, obviously it houses the tank. You are limited by the tank size on this thing. You don't have the upgraded real steel grip on here. It's just the standard like battery grip. I'm not sure if you do get the metal flash hider included in this or not. We might have to add that in post-production. But basically, if you're 100% positive that you want to have the tank on the back of your gun rather than having a line out, go for the Unleashed series straight out of the box. Like, do not buy a tactical or a standard and then upgrade over time, because that will end up costing you a far lot more than the Unleashed series does. Yeah, you don't get the upgraded stock and some other features of the tactical version, but this shoots exactly the same as the tactical version, as the standard version, and you'll save yourself so much money just paying that little bit extra up front and getting the Unleashed version rather than buying standard and buying the Wraith kit and the battery grip, which is £322.50 compared to an extra 65 quid straight up front. So if you are looking for definite to fit a tank to the back of your gun and you're happy with a 13 CI tank, go for the Unleashed series. But if you're unsure, if you just want to run it with a remote line, then this is the best version for you. It's the tactical version. It's the biggest seller, as we said. We've explained what it comes with. If you're going for the standard version, we would recommend just paying that little bit extra and getting the tactical version because it has those upgrades straight out of the box. And I think most people are going to want to run it with a remote line. So if that's the case, then you want to go for the tactical version. A couple other things about the Wolverine MTW series in general. So all the billet series come with a Spartan Electronics control board inside of the gun. Basically, this means you can program your trigger to how you want it to be. So basically, you can control the sensitivity of your trigger. So if you want it to be like you're literally just applying the smallest amount of force and it'll start shooting on semi-auto, you can do that. You can, program how far back you want it to pull before it starts firing on full auto. If you want to, I think that's something you can do on the MTW series. So you can have this thing shoot as comfortably as you'd like it to. All of the MTW billet series, all of the MTW guns in general actually come with Wolverine's Inferno Gen 2 HPA engine fitted inside of them. I'll actually help if I actually showed it on the camera, but it's fitted inside. This is an award-winning HPA engine. It's just fantastic. I think one of the biggest selling points of the MTWs and the reason why so many people scream and shout and love MTWs is that they just work. They're known for reliability and consistency. I think before we stocked them in, I was like, yeah, Wolverines are popular, but I don't really know the appeal for myself because I've never shot one. Then we got some in November, I started shooting one, and immediately I was like, oh, I understand why people love these. When it comes to HPA, Wolverine just know what they're doing. I don't think they've ever released a bad gun or had a rocky release where people are like, yeah, it's good, but so-and-so doesn't work in it or whatever. They've mastered it really and then just made subtle improvements over time. The Gen 3 is the best version so far. This is probably the best overall version of the Gen 3 MTW billet. You could build your own HPA gun from scratch. You could buy your own HPA engine, something like a Pulsar from Gate or the new Nexus engine that's coming soon here at BZ. You could do that, go out a gun, stick all the upgrades internals out here. You probably will get a better performance than an MTW, but it will cost you more and it's going to take you a lot more effort to get that performance. Whereas with an MTW, you literally just stick a tank, get your reg, get your tank, plug it in, fill it with air, and away you go. You're not going to have any issues with an MTW. We're going to shoot it on the range in a second. We're going to shoot a full mag with the MTW, but it just performs really well. If you get a chance to give an MTW a go, highly recommend it, guys. I know some people are really against HPA, but boo you, because they are fun to use. And as we've seen in the last couple of years, HPA is just taking over more and more in the airsoft world. So I think you're going to be seeing more and more MTWs out on the field over the next couple of years, especially when that new shotgun comes out next year. But just show you off a couple more 10 inches if you're not sick of seeing 10 inches. There is, as we mentioned earlier, those were the billet series constructed from a single piece of aluminium. These are the forged series. As you see, the rails are a lot different. These are like crafted, they are literally forged by hand rather than, or it might be machined, but they're forged by hand rather than being made from a single piece of aluminium. So these are actually more expensive compared to the billet series. This is the standard edition. The rail is also made by Invictus Manufacturing, like the billet series is. Very, very high quality gun. Basically, it's just all down to preference, what you prefer in terms of looks, really. This also comes in a tactical version with that upgraded stock, with the real steel grip, with the metal flash hider included. So that's about it for the MTW series. So I'm sure there's a few MTW owners in the comments that are watching this. Please do let us know, what do you think of the MTWs? What do you think about HPA in general? Do you think it's just a fun way of playing airsoft, or do you think it ruins the game? Do you want to see less of it in airsoft? Do you think people are going too far with it? I know there's a lot of opinions about HPA in airsoft, but I think we can all agree this is a gorgeous looking gun. I really love the upgraded stock on this thing. I really think just upgrading to the tactical version alone is worth doing because of the stock. But these are so lightweight as well. They're really lightweight, nice and well constructed. You know this thing isn't going to break on you. and it's just super fun to use. I think that's the main thing for me with Wolverines and Heretic Lab guns. They are just so much fun. In fact, let's fill this with some BBs, attach a tank to it, and let's get shooting. So let's give this thing a try on the chronograph, show you how it shoots straight out of the box. We filled the PTS EPM mag up with 0.2 Rebel Precision BBs. We've got it attached to our tank here. We're using a hostile Airsoft remote line, really high quality new remote lines here at BZ by HK Army. And we've also got Wolverine's own Storm Reg HPA regulator on there. This might just be one of, if not the best HPA regs on the market currently. So let's see how this thing shoots straight out of the box. Right, let's see how this thing shoots out of the box. So first shot, we've got 318.8 feet per second. We've got 329.5 and 323.4. So it's not shooting hot, shooting exactly how we want it for this HPA gun. And we'll just empty out the mag and have some fun with it. Going full auto, give it a back. Oh yes. These are just so fun to use. Just shooting absolute laser beams straight out of the box. And that is the magazine. Emptied, of course. If you want more high capacity, you could fit this with an EPM 1 or an Amarok 250. But just superb performance straight out of the box. Upgraded parts out of the box with the Tactical Series as well. You're gonna really struggle to find a HPA gun or make your own HPA gun for that similar price with that level of performance with the parts included. And what's great about the MTW series is you can upgrade them even more very easily yourself. So what do you guys think of the MTW Tactical Series? Do let us know in the comments. Do you already run an MTW or a HPA gun? Let us know your thoughts about HPA in the comments. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of opinions from the people watching right now. And as always, if there's a product you'd like to see us do a video on, do let us know that as well. And remember to like this video, subscribe to BZ. We really appreciate it, guys. Thanks for watching.